Our story starts nearly 70 years ago in rural Havre, Montana. At that time, there wasn't any telephone service in these parts, so a group of ranchers and farmers decided to do something about it. They created Triangle Telephone Cooperative. The founding members made a financial investment to join the cooperative by paying a membership fee. The cooperative then had to take out a loan to string wire and lines on Hill County electric poles and connect people to the outside world via the simple rotary dial telephone. We've grown a bit since then. Today, we bring broadband, internet, local, long-distance, and telephone services to more than 15,000 lines in 16 counties. Our service area stretches from the edge of Wyoming to the Canadian border, covering more than 23,000 square miles. We're proud that you've allowed Triangle Communications the opportunity to play such an important role in the everyday life of central Montana. You're important to us because we're a part of you. As a nonprofit cooperative, a lot of folks assume that all of Triangle's money comes from our subscribing members. Triangle receives approximately 30 to 40% of our revenue that way. Let's see if we can break it down. Triangle Communications has borrowed large sums of money from the United States Rural Utility Service to fund crucial capital projects, things like upgrades to bring fiber to your homes. Triangle has borrowed hundreds of millions of dollars in loans over the years in order to build and maintain our plant. And as you know, loans have to be paid back. In the wide open spaces of rural Montana, we're pretty spread out, with roughly a single member for every 1.5 square miles. It takes quite a lot of our resources to manage our plant and equipment to handle that, and to do it reliably. As you can imagine, it is very costly. We also receive universal service funds to supplement the cost of construction and maintenance. This ensures that rural members and urban consumers can receive comparable services at comparable rates. Currently, approximately 60 to 70% of our revenue comes from USF. When you add up all of the revenues we bring in from our members and the Universal Services Fund, and then deduct all of our expenses, things like payroll and maintaining infrastructure, you get the net income. And when our total revenues add up to more than our total expenses, it's called positive net income. This is something that the board and management strive for annually. Whenever Triangle Communications shows positive net income for the year, the auditors, working with our accounting department, determine how much our board of trustees will approve to be allocated to patronage. Patronage is also called capital credits. So, to find the amount of patronage that has been allocated, you'd have to take a look at our financial statements. At this point, it's important to remember that Triangle Co-op members currently provide 30 to 40% of Triangle's revenue. The other 60 to 70% comes to us from the Universal Service Fund to help supplement the money we have borrowed for building and maintenance. So, net income is not the same as cash. We need to take our net income and add depreciation. Then subtract investments in our plant for the year, principal payments on loans, miscellaneous adjustments, subsidiary income, and the capital credits retired to members. This determines how much cash we have on hand at the end of the year to pay for next year's plant projects. Finally, the Board of Trustees meets to consider how much money will be needed for the future and for paying off debts. Which brings us to the final step. The trustees determines what the cooperative is financially capable of retiring or paying out to the members on an annual basis. The amount varies per member based on how much they have contributed over the years. That's where the money goes and how it relates to a member's capital credits at Triangle Communications.